Assalamualaikum and good morning everyone. My name is Lailatu Aisyah binti Abdul Basit, BT2160319, and today we will present our research entitled The Role of Early Financial Habits, Financial Literacy and Peer Influence in Shaping Financial Management among youths. Financial management is essential for youth to achieve financial stability. Poor financial management may lead to excessive debt and financial stress. Therefore, financial habit, financial literacy, and peer influence are believed to affect financial management behavior. Understanding this factor helps improve financial well-being among youth.
Assalamualaikum and a very good day to everyone. My name is Nurul Shamira binti Alexander and I will be presenting on our research objective and research framework. For this study, we have three main objectives. Research objective 1 is to examine the relationship between financial habit and financial management among youths. Research objective 2 is to examine the relationship between financial literacy and financial management among youths. The last one is research objective 3 is to examine the relationship between peer influence and financial management among youths. Now, moving on to our research framework. This diagram illustrates the variable we are measuring in our study. This framework illustrates the relationship between the independent variables and dependent variables. The independent variables are early financial habits, financial literacy, and peer influence, while financial management acts as the dependent variable. The framework proposes to these three variables influence financial management among youths.
My name is Nur Asmiani binti Ahmad, BB2311067. Let's talk about the methodology where the study employed a quantitative research design using a survey questionnaire. The study also adopted a cross-sectional approach where data were collected at a single point in time. The sample consisted of 209 respondents representing youths in Malaysia. The collected data were analyzed using SPSS. Several statistical analyses were conducted including reliability analysis, descriptive analysis, correlations analysis, and multiple regressions analysis. For the demographic analysis, female respondents represented 96.4% of the sample, while the male respondents accounted for 30.6%. For the age distributions, the majority of respondents were between 21 and 23 years old, representing 53.6% of the sample. Let's talk about the reliability analysis, where it was conducted using a Cron-Batch alpha. All variables exceeded the acceptable threshold of 0.60, indicating that all constructs were reliable. Among the variables, financial habit recorded the highest reliability value.
Assalamualaikum and good day everyone. My name is Nurul Ashikin binti Yaakob. Next, for descriptive analysis, financial habit recorded the highest mean score of 3.55. This indicates that respondents generally practice positive financial habits. On the other hand, peer influence recorded the lowest mean score of 3.08. Next, for the correlation analysis. The correlation analysis shows that financial habit has a strong positive relationship with financial management, with a correlation coefficient of 0.729. Financial literacy has a weak positive relationship with financial management, with a correlation coefficient of 0.173. Meanwhile, peer influence has a moderate negative relationship with financial management, with a correlation coefficient of negative 0.399. Next, for the regression analysis, the model achieved an R-square value of 0.551. This means that the independent variable explains 55.1% of the variance in financial management. Therefore, the model has a moderate explanatory power. That's all from me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Fatia Armiza, BB231100628, and now let's talk about hypothesis testing. The hypothesis testing result shows that financial habits significantly influences financial management with a beta value of 0.655 and a p-value less than 0.001. Peer influence also significantly affects financial management with a beta value of negative 0.158 and a p-value of 0.003. However, financial literacy was found to have no significant effect on financial management because the p-value was 0.218. Alright, now let's talk about discussion. Overall, the findings indicate that financial habit positively influences financial management, while peer influence negatively affects financial management. The study also found that financial literacy does not significantly influence financial management. This suggests that behavioral and social factors are more influential than knowledge alone. Alright, for recommendations, based on the findings, several recommendations are proposed. Financial literacy programs should be organized for youths. Positive financial habits such as budgeting and saving should be encouraged. Awareness campaign should also be conducted to reduce negative peer pressure. Future studies may include additional variables such as financial attitude, self-control, parental influence, and financial stress.
In conclusion, financial habit and peer influence significantly affect financial management among youth. While financial literacy has no significant influence, financial habit was identified as the strongest predictor. Therefore, effective financial management requires positive financial habits and reduce negative peer influence.